What's good, people? Welcome to another video in the album series. The album is officially out. We really appreciate it if you guys would want to go listen to the album. I'm an independent artist. I produced and rapped and sung and mixed the album myself, and I really put a lot of effort into this. Now, to celebrate the release of the album, I sent out free merch to 100 fans who pre-saved my album. And that was a huge success. Seeing how happy the fans got when they received the free merch was just really, really nice to see. Now, the album has been out for 2 weeks, and as of today, it's streamed 850,000 times. Now, if you've watched the entire series, you know that my goal for the album is 10 million streams. And I still think that's feasible, but it requires either my songs to take off organically via Spotify Radio or something else, or it requires a TikTok trend to one of the songs, which is less likely. But it still can happen, and I've been pushing the album hard. I've done almost 200 pieces of video content, excluding stories. So that's just reels, TikTok videos, YouTube shorts, YouTube videos, all that stuff, which has really been a lot. And I'm just burned out from just doing content and not actually producing music for the past couple of weeks, months actually. Also, if you've watched the financials video, I ended up spending 200,000 kroners on the album, which is like a little less than 30,000 euros or dollars. So that was my total spend on the album. I actually ended up doing like $1,000 of Spotify Showcase additionally once the album came out, because I found that was giving decent results. But yeah, that's a wrap for the whole intro. Please go listen to the album. I would highly appreciate it. Now, let's dive into the production content.
Yeah. Keep it low key like non-stop. I don't want y'all to see.
Let's go through my typical vocal chain. Now, the track I find the most fitting for showing off my vocal chain is Bounce 04. But if you want to watch me break down the Cash vocal, there's also a breakdown of Cash in one of the other videos. But yeah, let's just dive through it. I'm gonna go through the last two parts of it, which shows two different vocal vibes.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it. Left, right, get it moving. Let me teach you how to do it. Let me teach you how to do it.
Also, just a side note, there is a different mix project for this. So this is the unmixed version, even though it sounds pretty close to the original. Now, let's break down the vocal chain. First of all, I want to go through my actual microphone, because that plays a big part in the recording. So I record everything through the C800G, runs through a tube preamp, and then goes into my RME UFX3 interface. So it's not a lot of analog gear going on. I have tried this mic through the classic chain of a Neve 1073 and a CL1B compressor, and it did make a bit of a difference, but not like a $5,000 difference that I would pay for. Because honestly, I can just EQ and compress in the box, and since I process my vocals a lot and make them sound modern, there isn't necessarily a need for an EQ or compressor hardware before it goes in the box. Anyway, let's break down the vocal chain. So let's mute everything. This is the raw vocal.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it. Left, right, get it moving. Hey.
Yeah, it sounds horrible. We then pitch it down 2 semitones.
Let me teach you how to do it.
Ironically, I still think the sound shifter from Waves is one of the cleanest pitch plugins for vocals.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to.
Just gate, EQ, a little bit of compression. That's pretty much it. Black box for saturation. As you see, added quite a bit of saturation. Dialed up the pentode, kind of like a gain situation where Black box is gaining it up a few dB. Then we're just going into a Pro Q3, just low cutting into Spectre. And this is where the vocal chain gets a bit unorthodox, because I want my vocals to fit in a modern production. This is why I might do more drastical cuts and adds when it comes to the processing of my vocals. And here you see me saturating everything above 2K with 3 dB, which is quite a lot. It's quite heavy-handed. Let me play you before and after.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it. Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to.
So at this point, it sounds very sharp, very modern, very high-end. And I didn't used to do this when I had my old mic. I had a Neumann TLM 103 and 102, which both were super bright, which I didn't like. Because with that mic, I had to tame the brightness first and then add it back in later. And that always smeared the signal a bit. Now we're going into OTT. I do this sometimes when I feel like the vocal needs a little bit of upwards compression, like a little bit of upfrontness, as I like to call it. Then we are compressing a little bit here. Now I want you to take note of the slow attack, fast release.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it.
Sometimes with this, I even go fast attack, slow release.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it.
But for this vocal, I didn't like that effect. And it's just taking like very, very little off. Then we're going into the Howard Benson. And this is essentially a vocal doubler, but where you can affect the doubled signal, or you can affect the process signal a lot. Let me just mute input so you can hear what it's doing.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it.
So with this, I'm making a doubled version of the signal, dragging the timing almost all the way down so it's almost aligned with the original take. And then I'm saturating it with a vintage tape knob, adding a bit of glue as well, compression. And this just add a bit of width to the vocal. Let me just pull up a visual width meter so you can actually see what it's doing.
Let me teach you how to do it.
So completely mono. This is the vocal after.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it.
So this widens up the vocal quite a bit without making it sound like there's a full-blown chorus on. Like it doesn't wash out the vocal because it's just being added into the signal. Then I have another Pro Q3. I think I made the track before Pro Q4 came out. And yeah, we're just taking a little bit off the high end. I typically do that with my vocals because I add a lot of high end through saturation. And then taking out the low end, of course. With this, I had the low cut set pretty low. As with lower vocals, like the let me teach you how to like low down there, I needed to have more low end to feel more natural. Because if you put the low cut up here, it would just sound too thin.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it.
This low one here around like 100 hertz, you really need that to make it sound sexy. Now I always limit my vocals quite hard actually. I like the sound of a limiter over a compressor. I also talked about that in the previous episode. But limiting my vocals is something that I often do. I very rarely clip my vocals. It depends on what type of vocal it is, of course. Like for aggressive rap vocals, I will clip them sometimes. But for a vocal like this, I feel like limiting sounds more natural.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it.
So we're just taking off all of the peaks and limiting. Then a very interesting plugin here, Spec Ops from Unfiltered Audio. Legendary plugin. But what I'm doing here is I'm spectrally stretching it in the second part. Why am I doing this? To add a little bit of a weird texture. Let me just play you guys the effect here.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it.
If I just exaggerate it, you can hear what it's doing.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it. Left, right, keep it moving. Hey.
So I just felt like the vocal needed a bit of a lower format and tone for the second part to kind of like change the vibe, which this plugin executed perfectly, in my opinion. I love this plugin so much. Then adding in a delay.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it.
Goated delay plugin. It's free. Baby Audio, Baby Comeback. Baby Comeback. Legendary plugin. And then at the end, Sooth. I sometimes use Sooth, I sometimes don't. But the high end had gotten a little bit harsh from all the processing.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it.
So that's what we're doing on the lead vocal. Quickly, I just want to show you guys that I also have doubles.
Let me teach you how to do it. Put some bounce in it. Let me teach you how to do it.
These are way more drastically EQ'd and literally just there for pronunciation and width. That's it. Then we have an ad-lib group here.
Yeah, let me, yeah, get more,
It's just me whispering and saying dumb shit, honestly. And it's the exact same vocal chain as the lead, except we are EQing it more drastically again. Then I'm taking out here at 1.6K. And then it just has some reverb as well. That's it for the ad-libs. Now, I want to dive into the second part here because I feel like it's a more interesting take on vocal processing.
Left, right, get me moving, ayy. Let me teach you how to do it.
I go on and on, can't understand why the bounce so dumb. I done ate this and I left no crumbs. I'm dangerous, you see me and you best go run, look.
Yeah, so that's the second part. The vocal here has a bit of a different tone. Now, as you can see over here, it is almost the exact same vocal chain, except for two things. One, at the very start of the chain, there is a manipulator.
Can't understand why the bounce so dumb. I done ate this and I left no crumbs. I'm dangerous, you see me and you best go.
So recording it, this is a completely different tone. The first one was like low and sexy, like let me teach you how to do. And this one is like I go on and on, like up there in a very like nasal, annoying register or tone. But with this plugin, it gives it like a strange, glitchy character almost.
Can't understand why the bounce so dumb. I done ate this and I left no crumbs. I'm dangerous, you see me and you best go run.
So manipulator is pitching it down while adding like the grainy, stretchy almost effect to it, which gives it a super weird vibe. Now with this part, I also wanted to exaggerate the effect a bit, so I used delta as a sidechain to the drums. So it clips through a vintage console every time the drums hit.
I go on and on. I go on and on. Can't understand why the bounce so dumb. I done ate this and I left no crumbs.
When the kick hits on the vocal, I think that's a super creative effect. But that's pretty much it for my vocal chain. It is rather simple, and what I've done is I've just changed a few plugins in the chain throughout the years, and then I just keep pretty much the same vocal chain for all my projects. Only sometimes I switch out some effects in the beginning or towards the end, depending on the plugin order. So yeah, it's honestly pretty simple. And what I would advise you guys to do if you want to start doing your own vocals, save some vocal chains or racks if you're in Ableton or whatever it's called in FL. Just save that so you can always record quick vocals. And if you do multiple tones like I do, I have a chain for my ad-libs, chain for my singing voice, chain for my rap, chain for my aggressive rap, and that makes it super easy to do vocal. Just load up a chain, grab the mic, record an idea, and then the vocal sound is like 90% there, always. That's my best tip when doing vocals.
Put up with it, I got dope in my blood.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know if I should keep this series going. Is there anything else related to the album that you guys want to see, or should we just end the series here and have me start doing a bunch of other videos away from the album? I know you guys want to see production content. That's what's always being requested here. So also let me know what you guys want to see. And yeah, catch you in the next one. Peace.
Breathe, stress, shake.